Good everyone, this video today. It's a bit of a heads up about some of the Italian tanks and tank destroyers and vehicles like that. There's been a couple of changes to them with the most recent patch, obviously 1.95 and everything. And to put it simply, they've had some reasonable additions which can help them out a little bit, aka smoke. Now there are technically 7 tanks that have been added with smoke grenades. This being one of them, the M1542, although this thing has received a nerf because, well, Gaijin. There's also the 7534 M42, which I don't like, the M42 anti-aircraft, aka the Contrario, the 10525, the 7534 M43, and also the Premium, which is no longer being sold, and also the 7546 M43. All these vehicles have had single-barreled, well, 5 single-shot smoke grenades added. They fire at the back. They'll help you, but they won't save you in some of the earlier tank destroyers. Now, from what I can tell on the models of the vehicles, you will not get them on the M41 chassis vehicles, such as the M41 7532 and the 7518. These do not come with smoke grenades, it would seem. Not sure about the 47, 32, or 40. No, that doesn't have it. Does the M1139 have them? It doesn't look like it. But these vehicles are desperately sort of in need of these smoke grenades because they'll really help them out in a combat scenario. And yeah, it was kind of needed. But personally, I'm just going to quickly go over the M1542. They've somehow managed to screw this up. They've put in smoke, but they've also removed a crew member. So yeah, this thing's a lot less survivable now with just 3 crew members. One shot to the side will immediately kill the tank, and with 25mm of side armor, they've actually nerfed one of my favorite Italian tanks. I actually quite like this thing a lot. But hey, it's Gaijin, they have to find some way of fucking it up. But yeah, the M42, that will really help it if it's under fire, because obviously it's only got 4 crew. Well, I say that, and they've again removed the crew member out of there. How can they fuck this up? Because it's just all you're doing is putting smoke grenades in, and obviously the rest of the tank destroyers have 3 crew. Is there some sort of document that says they all had 3 crew? Because I doubt it. The driver can't exactly reach over and use the machine guns now, can he? And obviously with the M42, he doesn't have them. But yeah, the gameplay I'm going to be showing you is from the it's the 7534 M42, if I remember it rightly. You will probably be seeing a lot of the Christmas hangar because I've got a lot to get through, as you can bloody see. There's so much to get through. A lot of it's going to be Sweden, so fun. So let's jump into the battle. I'll jump ahead as best I can and just go from there, really. So obviously, with me having the Christmas hangover and everything, it's going to be, well, you're going to be seeing them as as January goes on, most likely. Hopefully, Geyser doesn't kill off all those replays because it would be very frustrating if they did. But obviously, I've not been able to record for the last few weeks because, well, I've been busy and so has others. I'm just going to turn down the engine volume a little bit because that's better. So the 7534 M42 was it's the third tank I took out, I think, if I remember rightly. Yeah, the other tank that needs to be respaded, even though I think you can still get away with it, and it will come with the vehicle, similar to the Pyramidski. I got its bombs added. I didn't have to research them, but the premium 10525 got added with its smoke grenades, so that's always nice. So obviously my plan was to move along to the old 10 line, and with it being obviously a tank destroyer, I'm gonna try and get this thing hull down and keep the armor protected, because the armor's pretty crap on this thing, I'm not gonna lie. 50mm at most. Yeah, this thing ain't blocking much. Because I believe it's a 3-0 game. Obviously I've pulled up, I park up here, and this ZIS-30 is going to eject with that squad, so helpful. You'll see what he does. So obviously I'm looking down the road, I'm trying to do like a third person sort of camera look. A lot of players tend to do that, and I'm just trying to look down there. However, I immediately noticed that the B cap is only protected by a single LVT, and with me having spaded that LVT, I know exactly what it can and can't do. Take hits is not one of them. So I start moving up, I start looking around for a bit of action, shall we say. I know there's a, well, obviously in the replay you can see there's a Valentine over there. I can't see that at the moment, and I'm just looking around in general. I don't know about you, since these things have gotten their BR decreased, I think these things are a little bit better to play now. I found myself having a bit more fun in these Italian tank destroyers. To say, when I first reviewed them donkeys ago, it's almost a year ago since I started reviewed these guys, and they're actually a lot better. I mean, they're still not fantastic, but they felt better to play due to their lower BR, their engine increased of about 30 horsepower, and just overall it just felt better to play. Combine that with a slight penetration buff to 79mm from 75, it all adds up, and it really felt better. From what I've heard though, people have been saying that these things are still missing about 10mm penetration. Yeah, here comes the ZIS. He's being bloody useful, isn't he? Sticking that in front of a Crusader Mark III with a 6-pounder. Oh, blimey. So I'm trying to look to get a shot on the guy. I can actually see him, so I decide, yeah, I'll lob a shot, and I actually ended up hitting him for my first kill. Don't get me wrong, if this gun pens, they're good at feeling it with 290 grams of TNT equivalent. It's bloody mental. They clearly like enemies that are destroyed by this tank destroyer to receive a lot of pasta and spaghetti and everything. But obviously at this point, B's being capped, and I'm thinking, oh, for God's sake. So I'll head over there, I'll have a look, probably load a heat round, and I see it's a Lee giving me his side, and I just think, oh, that is juicy. Just behind the drive wheel, right where the driver sits, one shot, one kill. Second kill for the game. These things are a lot of fun. Like, this gun, if it pens, oh yeah, it packs a punch. It's just sometimes it can struggle to pen your targets. Just a tank like a Valentine or a Matilda, in which case you would have to load the heat, which the heat's pretty good. I mean, 100 mils of pen, it's pretty sufficient given the BR 3.0, but I wouldn't rely on it. So I'm still trying to protect the B point. As far as I'm aware, it's actually clear, but there is an M5 Stuart just around the corner, if I remember rightly. And that ZIS-30 that we saw earlier on has just been picked off by a NATO. Yeah, he wasn't useful at all. He never even told me that NATO was there. So at this point, I decide, right, I'm going to try and flank. So obviously, I know there's a tank on the B point. I'll move up, see if I can put a shot on his side. So I'm looking around, and I think I spot the M5, but I also spot the A13, which you can see just behind that black gun. You might not be able to see it, but I knew he was there. First shot looks like it took out the radiator and the gunner, and obviously I go for the Stuart, and well, at that sort of angle I should have took that shot, but I got the assist on it, it would seem. I don't get how, because I did literally no damage to it, but I'll take it. But yeah, this thing felt a lot better to play, so I was really happy with it. The only one that I did struggle in was the 46, surprisingly, because of all the Swedish auto-loading tank destroyers that are running around. Those things are bloody nightmares. They are good tank destroyers, but the 46 can outrange them no problem. So at this point, this is where me and that NATO get into a bit of a scuffle. Obviously, first shot is armor piercing, and then I remembered, hold on a minute, this thing can't be hull broken. This is going to be a challenge. Even though it's a half track. Well, not technically a half track, it is fully tracked, but it's still light enough to be considered a lightly armoured vehicle, so it should receive hull break. I think the thickest armour on it's on the gun map at 13mm thick. It should receive hull break, that vehicle, but I'm having to fester around. I'm trying to lob the shot over using a low-ish muzzle velocity of this gun. And then I think to myself, hold on a minute, why don't I just load a heat round, because that'll be slower. And, well, I think it's actually slower on this tank? Yeah, by about 100 meters a second, almost. So I'm thinking, could possibly do that. I mean, obviously, I haven't destroyed his tank destroyer, which, even though I've put, like, 3 shots into the thing. But, to be honest, the first shot, it didn't hit anything vital, so I'm not surprised it didn't cause any like serious damage. But obviously the second shot, I think it took out the machine gunner. But obviously at this point I'm trying to lob my shots in, and you can see I'm aiming it a bit too high, and obviously I'm trying to accommodate for the fact that Gaijin can't do simple physics and shall I say collision testing, I should really say. Obviously, heat round hits a part where it can detonate, so me and this guy are going to be sat here a little bit, but eventually one of us is going to get the kill, and it was me. I think, yes, I fired an armor piercing that time. And here comes a pea shooter who, for some reason, tries to strafe me. I mean, you probably could have dropped your bombs and done a little bit of damage, but nah, you got to attack it direct from above to get this thing. The roof armor is like 10 mil, so it's not great. So just at this point, I'm just moving up. I was planning to get back on the B point, obviously camping, get some extra points. I don't know what the hell that was. But I'm just thinking, no, there's a tank being marked there. I'll fire a blind shot. And well, I'm just waiting at this point. I'm just thinking, where should I go? The team's pushing up reasonably well, but I'm still not 100%. So I believe at this point, I make my way down to the A point. Sorry about that. 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that. But I let this SU-76 go in front first, and I'm thinking, should I or should I not stick behind this guy? And I thought, at least he's not got better armor than me, but he can be my spaced armor. I'll just skip his ahead a little bit here, because it's towards the end where my final contribution to the battle happens. So there's some poor sod on an M6. Is that an M16 or an M3? It's a M16. I don't know what he was thinking of. I didn't actually see that guy, but fired on the move and got my final kill of the game. But obviously I get to cap as well, which is always good. But that's pretty much the end of my result anyway. Obviously I do get the cap and I do get it respaded in one game. Like I say, I think you might want to give these things another go. These things felt very nice to use. They felt really... they felt good, let's just say. Obviously they're not going to be the best tank destroyers, but they're going to get the job done to some degree. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope, obviously, if you're a fan of spading and you like your Italian tanks, I hope it helps out and everything, and I will catch you all on the next one.